Welcome back to the UK Crypto Podcast. I'm Paula, and as always, I'm joined by Matty. Today, we're putting ourselves into a situation that neither of us would ever want to experience. Imagine that tomorrow morning, everything we built through crypto disappears. Our portfolios are gone, our channels are gone, the podcast, the community, our contacts, and our reputations, all gone. Nobody knows who Milkshake Matty or Paula Talks Crypto is. The only thing we're allowed to keep is our knowledge, our experience, and our memories of everything that's happened along the way. Would we walk straight back into crypto and start again? Would we still invest? Would we still become crypto creators? Would we build another community? Or, knowing what we know now, would we choose a completely different and possibly much quieter life? Before recording this episode, Matt and I haven't told each other our final answers. So, Matty, if we lost everything tomorrow, would you buy crypto again?
Absolutely, I would buy crypto again. It's not even in doubt. However, there would definitely be some changes from what I did in the early days, but we'll get onto that. So, Paula, give us your answer. Now, I want to get the answer how you're feeling now, and then by the end, we've gone through all the things we're going to go through. We'll see if our answers are the same. So
okay.
If you had to start again right now.
My gut says yes.
Right? Your gut says yes.
Yeah, my gut says yes.
Okay. Now, I think what's going to be interesting is the journey we've gone. Now, obviously, there is a plan that I've put together for this, okay? And actually, it's going to be really challenging us and asking them some really uncomfortable questions, if I'm honest. So, are you ready for it? Yeah. Right, let's get into it.
Well, I think for me, when I'm thinking about this and you asked me that question, I did hesitate. I did. It's not like just cut and dry because there's just so many elements involved, isn't there?
I mean, yeah. I mean, especially when you're talking about everything to do with crypto, because it isn't just about crypto purchases. We're talking about social media, the podcast, the connections we've made, the business links we've made.
Yeah.
There's a whole ecosystem around that now where it's not just about the crypto, is it?
Yeah.
Or should I say just about a crypto purchase?
Yeah, just buying some crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot going on there. Yeah. And I think it's going to be interesting when we get to the end of it.
Matt, your decision is yes. But is that because of your belief in crypto or the life that we've kind of built around crypto?
Wow. What an answer that is. So I do firmly believe in crypto long term. Yeah. I believe it is the future. And I believe that we're still early. Even now. And I know some people think it's not. I mean, I was early. I still think it's early. Yeah. Okay. So I'm imagining I have nothing, right? Then, I would still be going in now. When it comes about the life around the crypto, because it's a difficult one, because there's some massive positives that have come out of the stuff around crypto that have affected my life, some huge positives, but there's also some massive negatives. Yeah. Privacy, all sorts. We'll get into that. Yeah. Like, it's not as cut and dry as, social media is really fun. It's not that simple. Yeah. There's been some dark times and some bad things have happened. Yeah. When it comes to the stuff around crypto, there's some massive highs, but there's been some really difficult moments, and that's going to be an interesting one for us to explore, I think. Yeah.
Would the answer changed if the portfolio disappeared, but the podcast and the community remained?
Wow. So you mean I woke up tomorrow and I've got no crypto left?
Yeah, but you've still got your platforms, your community.
Wow. So imagine I've got no crypto.
Yeah, nothing.
But I've still got a platform. I've still people waiting for me to make videos. I've still got a community.
And you've got the knowledge.
I think I'd use it as why would I have nothing? Like I got robbed. Is that what we're talking about?
Maybe.
Right.
We're just fictitiously thinking crypto.
So I wake up one day, everything's disappeared. Yeah. Honestly, I would turn it into a series. I would turn it into Milkshake Matty got zero. What do we do now?
The documentary.
Yeah, I would. I would like. You know what? We've hypothetically spoken about what to do if we started again, and I would document it. I'd be going, I'm starting from ground zero. Yeah. I'm starting from ground zero. This is what I'm going to do. Follow my journey. That's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I do. But that sounds scary. I feel comfortable talking about that, if I'm honest.
I know.
Yeah, that does make me feel a bit strange. Yeah, I mean, I suppose before we actually get to some of the more difficult stuff, we need to be honest and look at what crypto has actually given us.
Yeah,
I think that's the positive side of this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to have a big thing to play as well. I mean, I've learned so much. I've investigated subjects that I wouldn't have done. I've always been the kind of guy, though, that has been interested in researching things more than most people. It doesn't matter what it was.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So whether it was when I was a young boy and I was into football, I seemed to learn what all the other teams' players were like. Where people would probably only would look at the ones on Match of the Day, where I would be the week before Wolves would play somebody, I'd be making sure I was watching the highlights of the team, almost like I was doing like I was the manager. Do you know what I mean? I'd be looking at the fixture. I'd be going to look at theirs. Who's their highest goal scorer? Who's got the most amount of assists? So when I went and watched the game, I was, there's that player that's got this. He's on the wing. It's dangerous. Close him down. Right? Do you know what I mean? So even just that little thing, I've always been like that. And crypto then has led me down a path where I have deeply researched things that I never would have done. To do with finance in particular.
Yeah, exactly.
Macroeconomics is another one.
Yeah.
Like I fell down a real macroeconomics hole.
Yeah.
I've always been in a household there when I grew up where world politics and world views was always a topic of discussion anyway. So that's probably helped me.
Yeah.
Because I haven't found it difficult to do. But I think it's brought me that, hasn't it? That's something that it's brought to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, before crypto, I'd got good knowledge of TradFi, but this is like, it's like the next level from that, isn't it? It's like the next, those next building blocks. And actually, I get super excited about understanding where these changes can be integrated moving forward, because I look at the TradFi and I can see so many opportunities that crypto could bring to that. And you're right. I mean, the macro geopolitics, like these things, I probably wouldn't have got so involved in an understanding had it not been for crypto. Yeah,
when you talk about the investigating geopolitics, working on videos and stuff, I feel like I've got a real handle on stuff that's going on, because every single day without fail, I am researching, I am looking, I am learning, where most people would be like, I'm bored of the news, I'm going to go this way. That's why I can't.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to do that. So it's like, that's something that's a huge element of my life every single day.
Well, interestingly for me, quite a few years ago, and you know this, I just stopped watching the news.
Yeah,
because,
I was really jealous actually.
Well, because it was making me sad, because you watch the news and generally the stories are not positive. But actually what crypto's taught me is to get back to the news, but I just choose the things that are more relevant to crypto now and try and funnel it that way, because I think we still do need to have a disconnect sometimes with, you can't surround yourself with negativity or negative vibe, because else you feel a bit like that, don't you? But it's trying to understand it and challenge these thoughts and opinions and headlines particularly, because especially in the UK, I mean, very rarely do you get a positive crypto news story. So it's about kind of filtering that out and really understanding what's affecting that. But it's, totally. I mean, it's given me another element, because I would have stepped away from that news completely. And I feel like crypto's allowed me to immerse back into the world, but through the crypto lens rather than the average person at home watching the news feeling overwhelmed.
I'll tell you another thing that's been positive. Although I am full-time crypto, don't have a traditional job, it's just the sheer amount of people that would say they'd be interested in me working for them. Yeah. So it's opened doors. Like if everything went wrong tomorrow, like I know there's employment out there for me, because I get asked all the time, which is incredibly flattering, especially when they're coming from quite some big organisations where they're saying we could definitely find a role where quite often what it is, they'll touch on it very gently. They'll be going, outside of crypto, what do you do? They're trying to work out if I've got a job. That's what they do. And when I say I'm full-time crypto, they go, oh, okay. And I'll be like, why? And they'll be going, I was just wondering, because you just never know. There could have been a role here for you. And I'll be like, saying, what is it about? And they'll talk to me. And quite often it will be to do with communication.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're looking for people that will talk on behalf of their brand and stuff like that. And it's quite a flattering thing that, considering I'm not from that world originally, I sort of stumbled into it then via social media, got myself a platform, that type of view. Yeah. It's really interesting that companies like that, during conversations, will sort of touch on it very gently to see. And I've had ones that have flat out said, if ever you needed a job, you ring me. Yeah, because there is a difference between being a creator and brands wanting to work with you so that you can promote their businesses to somebody saying, actually, do you know what, you'd be great as part of my business. Yeah. So there is definitely a difference there. Yeah, and I'm not talking about them saying, oh, do you want me to give you some money and you can have a sponsored link? I'm not talking about that. I'm about them actually saying, we consider having you in the team, which is incredibly flattering. So that's another thing, that a positive thing that crypto has brought me. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. Well, think about the podcast and the amazing people that we've met through having them on the podcast.
I mean, look at the guest that's coming in next. We've got the ex-managing director of BlackRock, 15 years at BlackRock, current UK leader, I think he's the managing director of 21 shares, coming through the door. Now, if it wasn't for crypto and our journey, when else would we be talking to that person?
Yeah.
We're about to do that and go out for dinner with him.
Yeah.
I mean, crypto's opened so many doors for us. If you think about the caliber of people, don't talk about it necessarily everybody here, but think about the caliber of people that we've sat down with and had dinner with recently. It's been incredible. So again, that journey has opened so many doors for us. That networking element has been massive, absolutely massive.
But the other side of that, yes, we've met some very influential people in the space, but we've made some awesome friends through the Wolfpack community. Yeah,
and I wasn't really, so I'm quite a sociable person. So
I'm not. I'm going to put it out.
Paula's not, right? So we can be out and about somewhere, and somebody will spark up a conversation, and Paula will answer them functionally, and then carry on reading a book. Whereas I'll be like, fancy going to the bar? And then the next thing you know, we're 8 hours down the line and we're booking a holiday with them because they're now my new best friends. So we are very different animals. Is that fair though?
Yeah.
It is fair. But like in the crypto world, I never really expected to make friends. I always looked at it as, first of all, it was something that was almost detached from human contact because of social media. Then the world started to change slowly where our social media brought us into different rooms or events or whatever it was. Then the community came along, and that's where I think I had a massive change because there are people in there that I generally consider to be my friends.
Absolutely. And I think very many people we could phone up and say, do you want to meet up? Do you want to go out? Do you know what I could do with some help? And people would make that time.
There are people in the Wolfpack that I've rang them now and said, do you know what? I need a holiday. Do you fancy getting on a plane and going somewhere, go and spend a week somewhere on a beach? They would definitely say, let me check my schedule now.
Yeah.
They'd be checking.
Yeah.
100%, not even a question.
Yeah.
And I think, again, that's something that you can't quantify in financial value almost. Well,
I think a lot of people think about these crypto communities and many of our viewers here will have been in crypto communities, and it is all about the crypto. It's all about the gains. It's all about the one-up of other people.
Yeah.
And that's not really the community space we have. It's completely different. And actually there's been huge amounts of friendships being built, and there is nothing that makes me more proud when I see community members getting together outside of the Wolfpack. So instead of coming on streams and doing lives, they're meeting up and they're going for coffee and they're having dinner. And
Did you notice what happened when Justin, who by the way is just done a 50 grand
P&L this week,
50 grand a profit this week, right? He's having to go to London for something to do with work, and one of the members went, "Which part of London?" And I could see it, and he went, "I'm going to da-da-da-da. Where are you staying?" And he said, and he went, "I know it, it's off to da-da-da." And he went, "That's not far from me." And he was like, "Fancy joining up?" So it was interesting, and they agreed they were going to go and have a. I don't know if it happened or not, but that's what they did. But it was nice to see.
It was so nice.
And I know what Mark was probably going, I need to see what his trades are. I need to see what his trades are. I love Marky Mark. Marky Mark, man. First up, best dressed. I love Marky Mark. I hope that happened. I don't know if it did or not.
Yeah.
But we've got Tracy and Jason. You know, they've met up with multiple Wolfpack members in London. That's been a thing.
Yeah.
We need to put a Wolfpack official gathering together.
Yeah, it was so fun when we went down to London last year and we met up with some of the community. It was so fun.
Yeah, we need to do
but it was more last minute and not everybody could make it. So I think we should definitely do that and get together, because those friendships, in my opinion, will last a lifetime.
Yeah, well, also, I didn't want to make it completely public we're having the meal, because if you remember, the event that we were going for was being paid by Bonk.
Yeah.
It was a free bar.
Yeah.
So what I didn't want to do was open up to the entirety of the Wolfpack. It get flooded with a load of Wolfpack members, them lot got absolutely smashed, and then people going, are they yours? Do you know what I mean? So I didn't. Now I understand how that event works.
Yeah.
Next time, I will just try and get every single Wolfpack member in, because that was super fun. Actually, that was super fun.
Do you know what? One of the positives.
Where's my Bonk jacket, by the way? They gave me a jacket and I can't find it.
Well, I'm not responsible for your wardrobe, so it's going to be in there somewhere.
Fair
I'm
enough.
afraid. I was going to say, one of the things that I think is a real positive is the confidence that I've got out of learning something completely new. So although I had a good understanding of finance, crypto's completely new. And it's never too late to get involved in something you don't understand.
No.
And I wasn't expecting to feel as confident as I do in this space, but we've immersed ourselves in crypto, haven't we? It's what we do every single
everything,
day.
every waking minute,
Yeah.
every single waking minute.
But I made a TikTok last week, and it basically said that you don't have to be the expert in crypto to get involved in crypto. You don't have to be the person that wins every trade or makes every investment that's amazing. All you've got to do is just every day learn a little bit more than you did yesterday, because there's so many experts in this space, and there's so many people that will openly actually be quite negative to people that don't really understand. And I don't get it, because this space is evolving and there's going to be very many new people coming into this space without the knowledge base that some of the original degens are going to have. And that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I've got a question for you. If, say, crypto froze now, so all your spot holdings just freeze at the point they're at now, and it never went up from this moment right now.
Okay.
Right? Would the journey still have been worth it when you take in all those positives we've just spoke about? Or is it literally dominated by the price of crypto?
So I think crypto has given me so much more personally than just a portfolio of investments. Because if everything froze tomorrow, is that your opportunity for investing in anything? No. And I don't know another space within any asset class that you could have gone and built a community of people like we have. You're not going to go to where do you go for the ISA communities? Do you know what I mean?
The ISA
Where do you go for? Do you know what it's like? But do you see what I mean? Like crypto's got this real heart of people that want to be together because
it's because of that internet culture, because of where it was born, because of the reason it was born. It's always had that, and it's never shook it. In fact, it's probably bigger now in that element than ever before.
So I think in answer to your question, I just am so grateful to have been immersed in this space, and if my spot holdings did just freeze, then so be it.
But we need to be honest. We talked about loads of positives because there's some negatives. There are the things that crypto has cost us. I'm not even talking about money. Crypto is 24/7 hours a day. There have been times where I have tried to make myself 24/7 hours, 27 hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because I'm a workaholic. So I never switch off. So the charts never stop. Social media never stops. The inboxes never stop. And there's been times where I've pushed myself so hard, I've probably made myself a bit ill. I'm looking for sub stories because I'm really blessed in the position that I'm in. I know there's a lot of people that start TikTok accounts or YouTube accounts because they want to be in the position that I'm in. So I'm not moaning, but I'm just saying that it doesn't stop. And I'm better now at ring fencing downtime, but there's been times when it's been relentless, and I'm on about no sleep for days on end, little broken bits here and there, all in them. I'm actually had a bit of that over the last month, actually, but not necessarily crypto related, just other stuff as well. Like, and it does affect you. When you suddenly wake up and you've had a viral video, and you look at your phone notification and you open your TikTok, and then you go to the section where it goes activities, and it says 99, and you think, cool, I've got something like 100, and you go there and you realise it's not. It's got 4,000 notifications because it happened while you was asleep for 4 hours. And that's happened. It's happened multiple times, and there's been a time where I used to try and go through them all. I used to go through them all. And it was brutal. Now I tend not to do that anymore. It's easier at the moment because we're in a bit of a bear market situation, or the crypto's low. But next time we go on a massive run, I'm going to control myself because honestly, it takes its toll.
100%. And I feel like at the moment, we have so many projects going on that I don't think we've ever worked as hard as we're working at the moment. And I think it's easy for somebody on the outside to think you work from home. You get to choose what you do in your day.
Just make a 1 minute TikTok.
You get to do TikToks. You get to do trading. We do not stop from the minute we get up in the mornings to the minute we go to bed. That is,
I don't stop.
we
in
work
bed.
in.
I don't stop in bed.
I know you.
You're
don't.
better at that than me, but I don't stop.
Yeah, because I'm exhausted. So I get in bed and I'm like, I can't keep. I said to you the other day, I can't even keep my eyes open like that. But it's sometimes it feels like overwhelming because there is always work to be done.
So there was times, and actually, this is actually during the times when it should be nice and fun. So when the market's booming, that is where I go into hyperdrive. So if you notice, look at my live stream. So at the moment, I might start a live stream at 8-9 o'clock. I'll be done by 11. When the market's booming, what time does the live stream finish? 4, 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
We don't live stream so much that some people watching are asleep.
Yeah.
They fell asleep on stream because they don't want to miss it or whatever it'll be.
Yeah.
But it's relentless. And then you've got to get up in the morning. Then you've got a 9-10 a.m. Interview or whatever. And it just doesn't stop. So actually, I've got to take some of those things and learn from it, not do the same mistakes. Because the burnout was real.
Yeah. Because at the moment, we're in this market that's been declining, and really, that should be a quieter time. We've kind of used that time to help us build things that we know is going to help when it gets busier. So actually, we haven't had that downtime.
No.
And we've got to probably remember that.
Yeah, but we did this on purpose. Once we realised that the market was heading down, we know that what happens. So what happens is normally creators disappear. Right? They'll go away and they'll come back when the market starts recovering. Right? They're going to do other stuff. We went the opposite way. We doubled down, didn't we? We doubled down. We started a podcast. Even some people are going, you're starting a podcast in a bear market. What are you doing? We've doubled down on it. So we actually give ourselves more work during the bear market. So we just got to bear that in mind when the market kicks off again, that actually there's even more to do now.
Yeah.
So we've got to put some ends and some boxes on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because even the research for the videos that we do, it's consuming. Like, we can't just wake up in the morning and then think, oh yeah, we're just going to make this video about X, Y, and Z and just babble on.
Yeah, if you're going to go make a 2-minute TikTok, how long do you think it took us to find the story, then digest it, then decide it was any good, then put a script together, then record it, then edit it, then get it out? Like, this is, and like, I can do 5, 6, 7 TikToks in a day, and actually I'm really quick at it though, aren't I? You know what I mean? I'm pretty fast, and I've actually got systems I've put together now to make sure I've got a constant stream of news hitting my desk.
Yeah.
I am also very lucky that as soon as anything's breaking, I've got people that will ring me or message me.
Yeah.
So anything HMRC related, bang, Jamie's on the phone to me. Anything, I'm probably not really real all my other sources, but like anything that's to do with certain things, they're messaging me, boom, straight away. I've got Dean is a great one.
Dean's brilliant.
Dean's great. So Dean really likes it. If he sends me a story, then I make the video, and I thank him as well because he's really good. So he'll go, "Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" He sent me one in the middle of the night actually, which I haven't responded to him for, but it was about Robin Hood. So Robin Hood, I got FCA approval in the UK. So yeah, I'll be messaging him later. I just can't make that video this morning because we're here. But that'll be my video later on this afternoon. I
think one of the other things that has probably not been so positive is how we have to digest the information that's coming out about emotions during crashes. And that's not just the content that because you guys all know, because you watch the content that we watch, there are some creators out there and they're really emotional at the moment because the market's down. But also we have that from community members.
I saw a TikToker cry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying, if anybody knows what I'm on about, I'm not throwing shade.
Yeah.
They literally were getting such dog's abuse in the comments. They started tearing up. I went, I've got to go. Ended the stream.
Yeah.
I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But also,
I've never cried on stream. Right, I'm gonna put it out there.
But we've got.
However, I get it. Have I felt an emotion that's extreme? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna cry on stream.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not judging that person. That's how their emotion came out.
But this downturn.
But I've definitely turned a stream off and been like, whoa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like 100%.
But this downturn in the market has been difficult, and people have reached out, haven't they, over this time? And some people have really needed some extra support and extra help during this time.
Yeah, totally. I think there's also been the emotional weight of watching when sometimes things haven't gone in the right direction. I think
because you're there to support other people and watch how they feel, but you've got to deal with your own emotions.
People don't realise, like in the position I'm in, I turn into a counsellor. And I'm not a counsellor.
Yeah. But on top of that, you're
like a therapist.
You're looking at your own portfolio and you're thinking, well, that's not quite
They'll
as
be
good
like,
as us.
I'm down. And I'll be like, oh God, how much you down? And they'll say, and I'll be like, oh, they'll talk a percentage. All right. How much have you got in it? And it'll be like $500 or something. And I'll be like, okay.
When did you invest?
I'm like, do you know what I would
August.
do? Well, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'd probably add another $500 in. You've only got to move up a quarter of the way to get back to break even. But like, I mean, I'm not like mocking, but like, sometimes I'm just like what I'm saying is some people put their worries on me. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Not blaming me, but almost like they'll be like, oh God, I'm worried now. But they'll use me as a sounding board.
Yeah.
But it never stops.
Yeah.
It never stops.
So actually, we've got some notes for this podcast. And one of the things that he talks about on here is the pressure of discussing crypto publicly. And this is something I felt so much when I first started making crypto content, because there is so many people in this space that just want to out people because they might have got something wrong.
Yeah,
and I just think, like, I used to really feel that because I never wanted to, like, make a fool of myself online or say something that wasn't right. So I used to spend so much time researching everything to make sure it was perfect.
Yeah.
Now I feel less like that. But I think there's a lot of people out there that don't want to put their head above the parapet because people will just attack.
So what I tend to do is I don't make price predictions.
Well, no.
I always report news and facts and stories.
Yeah.
And then if I am giving opinions, I tend to do it in a very over-the-top, jokey way. Does that make sense? So therefore, if you get haters, you very rarely I get hate on the factual content.
Yeah.
It's normally like, let's say crypto goes up 10% or 15% in a day, and I'll be like, I told you this was going to the moon, and I'm doing it with like as a joke almost, and that floods them out. But I don't care what the comments say, because anybody that knows my content knows I was baiting the life out of them anyway. Yeah. But very occasionally you get somebody come forward that will come real aggressive on something that was factual, and they'll say you was wrong. So I'll give you an example of that. There was a guy from Canada who was a financial advisor. I made a TikTok, one of my jokey ones, where it's like, I look into the distance and look really cool. One of them, and it got a music on it. And it said, if your mortgage went onto the blockchain, what are the XRP haters going to do? If it went onto the XRPL, what are the XRP haters going to do? They're going to change banks. And he came on aggressive. I'm a financial advisor from Canada, and it's impossible because customer information, because of privacy rules, can never go on a blockchain. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? So I went and looked him up, and unfortunately for him, he had no information of himself on TikTok, but he'd slammed it all across Twitter. I was like, awesome. So I found it, had a look at it. And I was like, why is he saying that? Because he doesn't understand about enterprise blockchain. What he's thinking is blockchain, visible, everybody. Because what's could like the reason crypto was invented, like Bitcoin, yeah. Because he's thinking everything's on there but he doesn't understand about enterprise blockchain. He doesn't understand that on the XRPL, banks can have ring fence, and the only people that can see it are people that have been given access to it. He doesn't understand that because he hasn't got a fucking clue what he's talking about. So you get the occasional people like that. So he actually made a reply video to my video I made saying, you should be talking to people that's inside the financial services industry, and then you'll understand. So I've listened to him. We've got the managing director of BlackRock, or the ex-managing director of BlackRock, 15 years, coming into the podcast in the next 45 minutes. So I'm going to be posing that question to him. So I listen to what you're saying. If you're watching this now, I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm going to talk to people from the financial services industry, and we're going to see whether you're right or me. So yeah, there's more than one way to deal with a troll. There's more than one way to deal with a troll, but they don't bother me. I actually don't mind trolls. There is something else that happens via them. Go on, you can say something then, actually. Go on.
Well, actually, what I was going to say is, the question is, has there ever been any moments you felt tempted to walk away?
Yes.
And I think that I know the answer to this, because I think
you talked me into not walking away.
Yeah, I think it was when you had mass amounts of scammers on TikTok that were trying to, and were succeeding at taking money from your audience. So I was
new to social media. I was wet behind the ears. I didn't really understand. All of a sudden, I'm getting millions of views a month. And there was fake accounts of me, and they were robbing people left, right and centre. And I just felt a massive weight of guilt.
Yeah.
Because I thought that it's my fault because they're using my videos and my face. And I thought if I stopped making videos, then it will stop happening. because I had no control.
Yeah.
I was reporting these and they weren't banning them.
Yeah.
And there was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
That was brutal. So I nearly stopped. I deleted TikTok off my phone, didn't I?
Yeah.
And you told me, no, this isn't your fault. Like, they'll just move on to somebody else.
Yeah.
They're doing this because you're a good guy, because you make good content and people like to watch it.
People trust you.
People trust you.
Yeah.
So I came out fighting. But when you're talking about that kind of negative thing, the other time when I seriously considered knocking it on the head was when the scammers were contacting the kids, pretending to be me. Mm-hmm. Brutal. Mm-hmm. Absolutely brutal. My head nearly fell off.
Yeah.
So I was out to teach the children that I'll never message them on anything else apart from this one thing. Yeah. I'm not even going to say on here what it is. You just never know, do you? Yeah. It's like, but they still happened, didn't it? We had it about 6 months ago. Yeah. When the kids went, why did you message me on TikTok? I was like, I didn't, mate. Yeah. They're like, oh, come on, we've been through this. Like. Yeah. So then again, I had to go there, teach them again. Like, and that's savage. When you've got people, scammers, pretending to be me, contacting my kids. Yeah. Brutal. Yeah. So that is an element of social media that most people have no idea. No. Because it doesn't... When I've got to sit down with my elderly grandparents, my mum and dad that are in their 70s, and teach them why they have to ignore messages from people that look like me. It's mental. Yeah. It's mental. Because you don't get that in other spaces. No. If you was into ISIS, you're not worried about that. No, if you're into gold, you haven't got to worry about that. No, or if you're just a normal TikToker that's doing, I don't know, TikTok shop selling, or you just become like really influential because people like your journey, then the fake accounts, it doesn't happen. But in this space, we have so many people that have faked accounts of us and are reaching out to our audiences. And I just want to reiterate, because we're talking about it, myself and Matty will never message anybody first. That, by the way, that includes if I know you in the real world. Yeah. If I know you in the real world, away from social media, I will never, ever, ever message you. Yeah. If you don't know me well enough to have my phone number, then I ain't messaging you on any platform. No, exactly. Simple. So if you get a message from us, it's not us. No. And also check the handles. So a lot of people will see the username and it will say Paula Talks Crypto, or it will say Milkshake Matty Official. Go in, check the @. So if it doesn't say @Paula Talks Crypto or @Milkshake Matty Official, if it says anything else, they're not our accounts. It's not true. So that's been a real dark side, actually, hasn't it, during this journey? There's been some horrible moments. Yeah. I've nearly thrown the towel in multiple times over this. Yeah. Not recently. I'm on about back in the day. Yeah. Like, it was horrible. Yeah. It was vicious. Because it isn't nice to think that people are getting scammed and they think it's you that's scamming them. Because ultimately that's how you felt, wasn't it? Yeah. So, to be fair, I never had anybody, apart from one person, which within 10 minutes of a conversation realised it wasn't me. Everybody realised they'd been scammed. That nobody's coming forward going, oh my God, Matty's done that. Yeah. Although that's actually how it sparked it at the beginning. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Somebody wrote a comment on a video of mine, and they said, watch out for this guy because of there's a lot of scams. And I thought he was on about, I was like, what? What do you mean? I just literally talk about XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum and how excited I am. What are you talking about? Yeah. I didn't even notice he existed. And I'm like, what? So then I commented, what are you talking about? And he sent me a direct message. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, there's loads. There's people are messaging people as you, scamming them. It's mad. And I'm like, what? No, they're not. And then the next thing you know, it just snowballed. It was like that message to that bloke, it was like it opened the floodgates. It was like from that moment on, I couldn't unsee it, and it was everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, at last count, you had 800 fake profiles of you, didn't you? 850 I stopped carrying. I've stopped carrying. I don't carry anymore. Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to get to 1,000. I thought that'd be depressing. What else did it cost us then, Paula? Okay, I mean, we've talked a lot about the negative side of creating crypto content, but if we went back to kind of the original point of the episode today, if it was all gone and knowing what you know now, with all the things you've been through with social media, would you still become a crypto content creator? Yes, but I would approach it completely differently. How? Well, look at the difference in my content now from the beginning. Yeah. But that's a journey, isn't it? Yeah. But you're talking about, I know what I know now, but I start from afresh. Yeah. Mate, Yeah, I would, absolutely. And I'd also would concentrate on different platforms. I'm not going to say which ones on here because we go on all of them, but I would concentrate my efforts slightly differently.
Yeah.
Because now I understand more about algorithms, reach, how audiences perceive you, how brands perceive you. I would be doing slightly different. I would probably do that more of a better mix, like what I did at the beginning. I was all TikTok, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So actually, I'd do a far healthier mix from day one. I also would have protected my accounts better at the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things I would do there. In fact, if anybody was ever wanting to start afresh, I would, as long as I liked them, then I would talk them through that, because there is definitely a method and a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Because you see people with fantastic content, I think, that just don't have the audience, and I think how are they not getting more views? How are they not
put
getting...
in perspective? Brand new account. UK Crypto Podcast. Now I know what I'm doing on TikTok. We've done just under 500,000 views in the last 28 days on. It's 480,000 views on a brand new account with only just over 1,200 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me, people that don't know what they're doing, if they have only 1,000 followers, if they're getting nearly 500,000 views, they're not, because now I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So now I know what I'm doing. So I think, that's the element. I think that knowledge actually wouldn't scare me. If I was able to keep your knowledge and just leave you to lose your account, we'll just start again. Absolutely, I would. Would
you make the same kind of videos though? Would you continue to do the news, educational, entertainment stuff?
So I make what I enjoy. I'm going to get it out there.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like, oh God, I've got to make videos today. Like, I literally make the videos of the things I want to do, which is why quite often you'll see my video content style change. As soon as we hit a bull market, my content I'll have to make sure I remember to keep doing some of the news stuff, because I enjoy doing that. But sometimes I get so excited. There's only so many videos you can put out a day. But by the time I get to lunchtime, if I've made 3 videos already, one of them because I'm excited because the market's pumping, another one because I'm baiting out all the haters that were wrong, and another one because I've called out a troll. There's only so many more videos I can make. So I tend to make more videos during a bull market because there's just so many more things to talk about. But I think the news element to it, I really enjoy it because I'm doing that research anyway. So it's only a short step for me to make the video.
Yeah, exactly.
So it makes sense for me to do that because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I enjoy doing it. So what about you? What would you do if you lost all your accounts tomorrow? Would you start again, or would you swerve social media completely and just stick down an educational route, or what?
So it's a difficult one for me because naturally I don't put myself out there, which I know sounds wild because we make a podcast and we're YouTubers and we make crypto content on social media. But actually, before we started doing all of this, I was never even the person that updated my Facebook. Like, it was not my bag at all whatsoever. And actually, putting myself in a situation, I always told you I was never going to make any TikToks, didn't I?
Yeah. It never made sense to me.
Flat out.
I knew you'd smash TikTok.
Yeah.
I was like, make a TikTok.
I was just like, no. But actually, it forced me out of my comfort zone in the best possible way, because naturally I would never have done that. But now I've done that, and if I knew what I know now, I would never have waited so long. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think I put the barriers in for me.
Yeah.
And actually, I would definitely do it. And I don't think I would really make different content either to what I'm making, because I really enjoy understanding the mechanics of what's going on. And I think if I enjoy that, then other people out there are also going to be interested. Yeah. And I think to be long-term creators in this space, you've got to make the content that you like making.
Have to.
Because else it becomes like
boring.
a negative.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get no engagement because you're not going to be excited when you're on your videos.
So we've covered all loads of things that crypto's given us. We've talked about the things that crypto took away from us. At the very beginning, did you say yes and no?
I said yes.
I said yes as well.
Yeah.
But listen, some of the negatives have been massive. Let's get it straight.
They have.
It's affected family time. It's affected everything, hasn't it? Like sleeping patterns.
Yeah.
It never stops. I feel like I've got no privacy. I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But the positives are huge as well. Mm-hmm. There is a financial element to that. There is the community element. Mm-hmm. There is that element as well for me where I genuinely enjoyed the social media element to it.
Yeah.
Like, I love it.
Yeah.
So the positives are there, but the negatives are bad. Mm-hmm. So for you, it's going to be very similar. But now we've just gone through those again. Do you think, answer the same question again, if you lost everything today, but you got to keep your knowledge, would you do the journey again? Would you buy crypto again?
Yeah.
And would you do this journey again with social media?
Yeah,
So would I.
But I think that, like, instead of when I first got involved into crypto, because there is this evolution of your knowledge, you kind of go in, don't you, bit by bit by bit by bit, and that's the same as being a content creator. You go in bit by bit. It'd be all in, wouldn't it? It'd be like, right, now I know this, so I'm going to buy X, Y, Z. This is what my portfolio is going to look like. This is the investments I want to make. This is what, and I think it almost feels a little bit exciting to think I don't want to lose everything, and I don't want to be in this position. But actually,
I've been in that position.
Well, I know you have.
So I've been in that position. I've gone from an account that does 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 million views a month. Gone. Yeah. So I've been in that situation. And once I got past that element of feeling sad, I then got really excited. I was like, hang on a minute, I can start afresh here.
Yeah.
I can start all over again, and I can do it exactly. Because before I felt boxed in to be a certain character, certain presenting, do you know what I mean? But all of a sudden I was like, oh, I could do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been in that situation. But to lose everything, all of it, that would be a big decision. But now I'd be all in as well.
Yeah. And I think it would be really exciting, because the thing about crypto is there is always opportunities, and there is always something you can invest in, learn about, grow from, understand. And this is always evolving. I mean, I look at the knowledge that I have now compared to when I first started in this space. I can't wait for how much knowledge I'm going to have in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's really exciting for me. So I don't think it matters at the moment whether or not people are invested in crypto, feel like they are knowledgeable about crypto, the expert, whatever. There's room for everybody in this space.
Totally agree. I think it's a nice way to round it up. It's good to know that actually, even with all the negatives, we're still all in.
We're still all in.
We are still all in. And this is only the start, really, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I can't wait for retail to come back.
Yeah.
It's going to be a completely different landscape when retail come back. I don't know when they're going to come back. Before anybody asks me for a prediction, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know the buzzword at the moment is October. 75% of influencers are telling you October. I don't know. Maybe they just like autumn. We'll see. But when they come back, I think it's going to be a fun ride. But I'm going to take the lessons that I've learned from last time and the time before, and then I'm going to be making sure there's going to be putting some parameters on to protect myself personally.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'll burn myself out.
To create longevity.
I'll burn myself out.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Matt, it's been awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, if you've enjoyed the podcast, remember new episodes drop every Friday, 7 p.m. across all platforms. If you're not already following me and Matty, please give us a follow, subscribe to the channels, and we will see you on the next one.